Welcome to the Ultimate Sports Blog Podcast. Today is Thursday, July 5th, 2018. Today I'm going to recap yesterday's baseball action, look ahead to tonight's slate of games, go over some trade talk in the National Hockey League and the National Basketball Association around some players and players that want out of their current situations. And I'm going to close the podcast by doing a segment about the NFL and the best move every franchise has made since 2013. All right, here we go. 4th of July baseball action from yesterday. The Red Sox defeated the Nationals 3-0 as they improved to a Major League best 59-29. Washington drops to 42-43. Eduardo Rodriguez improves to 10-3. Ryan Madson drops to 2-4. Craig Kimbrell gets his 26th save of the year. Top of the 7th, sacrifice fly, Jackie Bradley Jr., 1-0 Red Sox. Eduardo Nunez scores on Ryan Madson's wild pitch, 2-0 Red Sox. Top of the 9th, RBI double, Jackie Bradley Jr., 3-0 Red Sox. That's your final. Eduardo Rodriguez, I think one of the most improved pitchers in all of baseball. 6 innings, 3 hits, no earned runs, a walk, and 6 strikeouts. Leaves the game with a 3.84 ERA. Eric Feed left the game early. He only pitched an inning and 2 hits, no earned runs, no walks, and no strikeouts. Leaves the game with a 5.79 ERA. And the bullpen did okay, and then Madson fell apart in the 7th inning. The Yankees defeated the Braves 6-2 as they improved to 56-28. Atlanta drops to 49-36. CC Sabathia improves to 6-3. Julio Teheran drops to 6-6. Bottom of the 2nd, RBI single, Greg Bird, 1-0 Yankees. Bottom of the 3rd, 3-run home run, Giancarlo Stanton, 4-0 Yankees. Bottom of the 4th, home run, Kyle Higashioka, 5-0 Yankees. Top of the 5th, RBI ground out, Danny Santana made it a 5-1 game. Top of the 6th, home run, Johan Camargo, 5-2. Bottom of the 7th, home run, Aaron Judge, 6-2 Yankees. That's your final. CC Sabathia was excellent again. 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. Leaves the game with a 3.02 ERA. Julio Teheran, awesome in the 1st inning, then absolutely imploded. After that, 5 innings, 5 hits, 5 runs, 4 walks, 10 strikeouts. Leaves the game with a 4.47 ERA. The Marlins defeated the Rays 3-0 as they improved to 36-52. Tampa drops to 43-43. Drew Rucinski improves to 4-1. Ryan Weber drops to 0-1. Brad Ziegler gets his 10th save of the year. Bottom of the 6th, RBI triple, JT Riddle, 1-0 Marlins. Fielder's choice, J.B. Shuck, 2-0 Marlins. Bottom of the 8th, home run, J.T. Riddle, 3-0 Marlins is your final. Jose Urena pitched well. 5 innings, 3 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. It's a game with 4.18 ERA. Matt Andriese was your opener. 2 innings, a hit, no earned runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Leaves a game with a 3.71 ERA. Ryan Weber was your middle guy. 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk, and a strikeout. Leaves a game with a 5.06 ERA. The Cubs defeated the Tigers 5-2 as they improved to 49-35. Detroit drops to 38-50. Jose Quintana improves to 7-6. Francisco Liriano drops to 3-5. Brendan Morrow gets his 19th save of the year. Top of the 1st, home run Nick Castellanos, 1-0 Tigers. Bottom of the 2nd, home run David Boat, ties it up at 1 apiece. Top of the 3rd, home run John Hicks, 2-1 Tigers. Bottom of the 4th, Javier Baez steals home, ties it up at 2 apiece. Bottom of the 6th, home run Wilson Contreras, 3-2 Cubs. Bottom of the 7th, 2-run double Wilson Contreras, 5-2 Cubs is your final. Jose Quintana, 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. Leaves the game with a 4.22 ERA. Francisco Liriano, 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 5 walks, 5 strikeouts. Leaves the game with a 4.03 ERA. The Phillies defeated the Orioles 4-1 as they improved to 47-37. Baltimore drops to 24-61. Aaron Nola improves to 11-2. Jeffrey Ramirez drops to 0-2. And Victor Arano gets the save, his first of the year. Top of the 3rd, RBI double, Adam Jones, 1-0 Baltimore. Bottom of the 5th, Jorge Alfaro safe on the error by Chris Davis. Those 2 runs scored, 2-1 Phillies. Bottom of the 7th, 2-run home run Nick Williams, 4-1 Phillies is your final. Aaron Nola was outstanding. 7 innings, 7 hits, an earned run, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts. Leaves the game with a 2.41 ERA. Jeffrey Ramirez, 5 innings, a hit, an earned run, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Leaves the game with a 2.51 ERA. The Athletics defeated the Padres 4-2 as they improved to 48-39. San Diego drops to 37-51. Lou Trevino improves to 7-1. Jose Castillo drops to 1-2. Blake Treinen gets his 22nd save of the season. Top of the 2nd, 2-run home run, Christian Villanueva. 2-0 Padres. Bottom of the second, RBI double. Steven Piscotty gets the A's on the board to make it a 2-1 game. Bottom of the third, RBI single. Chris Davis ties it up at 2 apiece. Bottom of the eighth, 2-run double. Steven Piscotty. 4-2 A's is your final. Sean Manaea, 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, no strikeout, leaves the game with a 3.33 ERA. Luis Perdomo started for San Diego, 5 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts, leaves the game with a 6.86 ERA. The Brewers defeated the Twins 3-2 as they improved to 51-35. Minnesota drops to 35-48. Jared Jeffries improves to 6-1. Jose Barrios drops to 8-7. Corey Nebel gets his 10th save of the season. Bottom of the second, home run Travis Shaw, 1-0 Brewers. Top of the seventh, RBI single Jorge Polanco in his first game back ties up at 1 apiece. Bottom of the seventh, home run Brad Miller, 2-1 Brewers. Home run Nate Orf, 3-1 Brewers. Top of the ninth, home run Eduardo Escobar, 3-2. That was your final. Chase Anderson pitched well. 6 1/3 innings, 3 hits, an earned run, a walk, and 5 strikeouts, leaves the game with a 3.99 ERA. Jose Barrios, 7 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, leaves the game with a 3.54 ERA. The Angels defeated the Mariners 7-4 as they improved to 44-43. Seattle drops to 55-32. Garrett Richards improves to 5-4. Mike Leake drops to 8-5. Blaine Parker gets his 10th save of the year. Top of the second, RBI double, Luis Valbuena, 1-0 Angels. Bottom of the second, home run Kyle Seager ties it up at 1 apiece. Home run Ryan Healy gives the Mariners a 2-1 lead. Top of the fourth, RBI single, Luis Valbuena ties it up at 2 apiece. RBI single, Cole Calhoun, 3-2 Angels. Top of the fifth, RBI single, Albert Pujols, 4-2 Angels. Top of the sixth, 2-run home run, Cole Calhoun, 6-2 Angels. Bottom of the sixth, RBI single, Nelson Cruz makes it a 6-3 game. Top of the eighth, RBI groundout, Justin Upton, 7-3. Bottom of the eighth, RBI single, Kyle Seager makes it a 7-4 game as the Angels hold on. Garrett Richards, 5 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk, and 8 strikeouts, leaves the game with a 3.42 ERA. Mike Leake, 4 innings, 9 hits, 3 earned runs, a walk, and 4 strikeouts, leaves the game with a 4.11 ERA. The Mets defeated the Blue Jays 6-3 as they improved to 34-49. Toronto drops to 40-46. Seth Lugo improves to 3-3. Marcus Stroman drops to 1-6. Horacius Familia gets his 16th save of the year. Bottom of the second, home run Kendrys Morales, 1-0 Blue Jays. Top of the third, RBI single, Brandon Nimmo ties up at 1 apiece. Bottom of the fourth, RBI single, Lourdes Gurriel, 2-1 Blue Jays. Top of the fifth, 2-run home run, Todd Frazier, 3-2 Mets. RBI single, Jose Bautista in his first series back in Toronto, 4-2 Mets. RBI single, Asdrubal Cabrera, 5-2 Mets. RBI single, Michael Conforto, 6-2 Mets. Bottom of the sixth, fielder's choice, Lourdes Gurriel makes it a 6-3 game. That was your final. Corey Oswalt started for the Mets. 4 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, a walk, and 2 strikeouts, leaves the game with a 7.94 ERA. Seth Lugo in relief did very well. 3 innings, 3 hits, an earned run, no walks, 2 strikeouts, leaves the game with a 2.7 ERA. Marcus Stroman, not good. 4 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 6 earned runs, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts, leaves the game with a 6.5 ERA. The Reds defeated the White Sox 7-4 as they improved to 38-49. Chicago drops to 30-56. Sal Romano improves to 5-8. Dylan Covey drops to 3-4. Jared Hughes gets his 6th save of the season. Top of the third, 2-run home run Yoan Moncada, 2-0 White Sox. Top of the fourth, home run Daniel Palka, 3-0 White Sox. Bottom of the fourth, RBI single Scooter Gennett makes it a 3-1 game. 2-run single Jesse Winker ties up at 3 apiece. 2-run single Jose Peraza, 5-3 Reds. Sacrifice to the pitcher by Sal Romano, 6-3 Reds. Top of the fifth, RBI double, Yolmer Sanchez makes it a 6-4 game. Bottom of the eighth, fielder's choice, Alex Blandino, 7-4 Reds is your final. Sal Romano, 5 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, no walks, 6 strikeouts, leaves the game with a 5.4 ERA. Dylan Covey, not a good outing. 3 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 6 earned runs, a walk, and 2 strikeouts, leaves the game with a 5.54 ERA. The Astros defeated the Rangers 5-4 in 10 innings as they improved to 57-31. Texas drops to 38-49. Colin McHugh improves to 4-0. Chris Martin drops to 1-2. Ken Giles gets his 12th save of the season. Bottom of the second, RBI double, Robinson Chirinos, 1-0 Rangers. Bottom of the third, home run Sin-Soo Choo, 2-0 Rangers. RBI single, Jurickson Profar, 3-0 Rangers. RBI double, Rougned Odor, 4-0 Rangers. Top of the fourth, 2-run home run, Josh Reddick makes it a 4-2 game. RBI single, Alex Bregman makes it a 4-3 game. Top of the fifth, home run, Yuli Gurriel ties up at 4 apiece. Top of the 10th, sacrifice fly, Evan Gattis, 5-4 Astros is your final. Garrett Cole, 5 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, leaves the game with a 2.7 ERA. Mike Minor, 6 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, leaves the game with a 4.63 ERA. The Indians defeated the Royals 3-2 as they improved to 48-37. KC drops to 25-61. Trevor Bauer improves to 8-6. Trevor Oakes drops to 0-2. Cody Allen gets his 18th save of the year. Top of the first, RBI double, Michael Brantley, 1-0 Indians. Sacrifice fly, Edwin Encarnacion, 2-0 Indians. Top of the second, sacrifice fly, Greg Allen, 3-0 Indians. Bottom of the second, Alex Gordon steals home as Brian Dozier steals second. Makes it a 3-1 game. Bottom of the fifth, sacrifice fly, Whit Merrifield makes it a 3-2 game. That's your final. Trevor Bauer was outstanding. I think he's on his way to the All-Star game. 7 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, a walk, and 8 strikeouts. Leaves the game with a 2.45 ERA. Trevor Oakes, 4 innings, 2 hits, 3 runs, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts. Leaves the game with a 7.24 ERA. The Dodgers defeated the Pirates 6-4 as they improved to 47-39. Pittsburgh drops to 40-46. Rich Hill improves to 2-3. Clay Holmes drops to 0-1. Kenley Jansen gets his 23rd save of the year. Bottom of the first, RBI single, Yasmani Grandal, 1-0 Dodgers. Top of the third, 2-run double, Starling Marte, 2-1 Pirates. Bottom of the third, RBI double, Yasmani Grandal that drove in 2, 3-2 Dodgers. RBI single, Chris Taylor, 4-2 Dodgers. Bottom of the fifth, RBI single that drove in 2 for Chris Taylor, 6-2 Dodgers. Top of the eighth, 2-run home run, Gregory Polanco. Made it a 6-4 game. That was your final. Rich Hill, 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, a walk, and 5 strikeouts. Leaves the game with a 4.56 ERA. Clay Holmes, 2 in the third innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. Leaves the game with a 7.11 ERA. The Rockies defeated the Giants 1-0 as they improved to 44-43. San Francisco drops to 45-43. Big series win for the Rockies there. They needed that one. Tyler Anderson improves to 6-3. Andrew Suarez drops to 3-5. Wade Davis gets his 25th save of the year. Bottom of the seventh was the home run by Chris Iannetta. Gave the Rockies their lone run of the game. 1-0 is their final. Tyler Anderson was outstanding. 8 innings, 2 hits, no more runs, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts. Leaves the game with a 3.9 ERA. Andrew Suarez was good too. 7 innings, 5 hits, an earned run, no walks, 6 strikeouts. Leaves the game with a 3.92 ERA. The Cardinals defeated the Diamondbacks 8-4 as they improved to 44-41. Arizona drops to 48-39. Miles Mikolas improves to 9-3. Yoshihisa Hirano drops to 2-1. Bottom of the fourth, RBI single, John Jay, 1-0 Diamondbacks. RBI single, Jake Lamb, 2-0 Diamondbacks. Top of the fifth, RBI single, Tommy Pham got the Cardinals on the board to make it a 2-1 game. Top of the seventh, home run, Yaro Munoz ties up at 2 apiece. RBI single, Tommy Pham, 3-2 Cardinals. 3-run home run, Yadier Molina, 6-2 Cardinals. Bottom of the seventh, fielder's choice, Daniel Descalso, a run scores, make it a 6-3 game. RBI grounder into a double play by Cato Marte, run scores, make it a 6-4 game. Top of the eighth, RBI single, Matt Carpenter, 7-4 Cardinals. RBI double, Tommy Pham, made it 8-4 Cardinals. That was your final. Miles Mikolas, 6 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. Leaves the game with a 2.63 ERA. Patrick Corbin pitched well. 6 innings, 6 hits, an earned run, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. Leaves the game with a 3.05 ERA. Tonight's games, not many. A lot of teams traveling today. 7 o'clock, Marlins Nationals. You have Pablo Lopez and Jeremy Hellickson. Rangers Tigers. You have Vonnie Gallardo and Matthew Boyd. 8 o'clock, Braves Brewers. Max Fried and Julius Chassin. Orioles Twins. Andrew Kashner and Aaron Slegers. White Sox Astros. Carlos Rodon and Justin Verlander. 9:40 Padres Diamondbacks. Eric Lauer and Shelby Miller. 10 o'clock Angels Mariners. Jaime Barria and Marco Gonzalez. And 10:15 Cardinals Giants. Luke Weaver and Johnny Cueto. Big that Cueto's back for the Giants. Let's see if he keeps the Giants in this race, or at least helps them, because they have some other injuries that they're dealing with right now in their bullpen, and their rotation needs to be better outside of Madison Bumgarner, who has been awesome since coming back off the disabled list from what I've seen. And if Cueto pitches like he did earlier in the year, I think the Giants are going to be in great shape for the rest of the year, and they probably won't even be a seller at the trade deadline. This is a big series for them against St. Louis since they got swept in Colorado. So Cueto has to be great for them, in my opinion. Couple NBA things I want to hit on real quick. Stephen A. Smith has his daily show on ESPN Radio, and today he said that if Damian Lillard and the Blazers don't have a good year this upcoming season, that Damian wants out of Portland, and the two teams that Damian would like to join are the Los Angeles Lakers or the New York Knicks. The Lakers have all the assets in the world to go out and get Lillard. Then he'd join LeBron James, and I think that is by far the better situation for Lillard. The Knicks have pieces to do it too. They could trade a couple picks, a couple second-rounders maybe, Frankie Nicotine, maybe Kevin Knox. Everyone on the table's in New York except for Kristaps Porzingis. I think the Lakers are the better fit for Lillard. I think the Knicks want to go after Kyrie Irving as a free agent next summer so they don't have to give up assets for anybody. So keep an eye on that. And in more NBA stuff, Kawhi Leonard is still a San Antonio Spur as of today. The Lakers are still interested, but they don't want to give up much as they're trying to talk themselves into the fact that they could just sign him outright in the summer of 2019 without giving up many assets to trade for him. The Sixers are interested. They have the assets to do it, as well as the Los Angeles Clippers. I don't think the Celtics are interested. Maybe the Phoenix Suns make a run at him. They've made a couple interesting moves this summer, such as signing Trevor Ariza. Of course, they drafted DeAndre Ayton, number 1 overall. They traded up to get Miles Bridges. So the Suns have all of a sudden made themselves somewhat appealing as a Kawhi Leonard possible destination. And in hockey, on the trading block, you have Erik Karlsson. He's obviously the biggest name available on the trade market. I'm kind of surprised that he wasn't traded to the Vegas Golden Knights at the draft or on July 1st. But I still think that's in play. But there's two other teams that have emerged as frontrunners, such as the Tampa Bay Lightning, who almost acquired him at the trade deadline last year. And the big surprise to me is the Dallas Stars. I don't think Dallas is going to pull the trigger. I think Tampa Bay is more likely to. They're a contender right now. They have all the assets in the world. Maybe Mikhail Sergachev goes back to Ottawa. I think that would make it a win for Ottawa in some degree. I don't think they're giving up Braden Point. Maybe Callan Foote goes in the deal. And don't forget, the Rangers have Tampa Bay's pick for next year. And if they win the Cup, that's a first-round pick. That's a second-round pick that the Rangers own. But if they win the Cup, it converts as a first. So I'm very interested to see what Tampa Bay would give up in a Karlsson deal. And by the way, if Tampa were to pull that off, they become the biggest favorite in the Eastern Conference that I can remember in a while. Because the East has pretty much been Pittsburgh, Washington, and Tampa Bay themselves, and you have Boston there too. But if Tampa is able to pull off a Karlsson deal, then Tampa to me is the easy favorite to come out of the Eastern Conference. And don't forget, you also have the Toronto Maple Leafs as a contender in the East with their signing of John Tavares and their emerging young core as well. So it's going to be an interesting Eastern Conference this upcoming season for sure. And the fun thing I wanted to do on the podcast today was the best NFL moves, in my opinion, by every team since 2013. I'm going to go in alphabetical order, and I'll do a brief description on every move. The Arizona Cardinals, I think drafting Josh Rosen, or at least trading up the draft Josh Rosen. I think Rosen's going to be a star, and they finally decide to go for a quarterback. They missed out on trading for Deshaun Watson last year, and possibly Carson Wentz the year before if they decide to go that route. But I really think Rosen's going to be a good player in this league. Let's hope I'm right about that. Atlanta drafting Devontae Freeman. Freeman has emerged as one of the best running backs in the league, and they got him at a steal. Baltimore Ravens keeping John Harbaugh around. I like Harbaugh. I think he's a solid coach. Yeah, the Ravens had a couple down years in a row the last couple years. But Harbaugh's a darn good coach, and I think the Ravens are doing the right thing for now by keeping him around. The Buffalo Bills, to me, hiring Sean McDermott was their best move because he came in there and immediately made the Bills a better team. There's the players that are getting his attention, and they have his type of players, and I really think McDermott's going to be a good coach in this league for a very long time. The Carolina Panthers drafting Luke Kuechly. Kuechly is a star in this league, and he's the leader of that defense in Carolina. The Chicago Bears drafting Kyle Long. He's been a rock on that offensive line the last couple years, even though the Bears have been atrocious. The Cincinnati Bengals drafting Tyler Eifert. Eifert is a great tight end. Yeah, he's had some injury issues over the last couple years, but he's a darn good tight end, and he is one of the more underrated ones in the league, in my opinion. The Cleveland Browns drafting Myles Garrett. I think Myles Garrett's going to be a star on the defensive line in Cleveland for years to come. I'm not a huge Baker Mayfield fan. I think they should have picked Sam Darnold or traded back if they wanted to, but I really think Garrett's a difference maker on that defense. The Dallas Cowboys drafting Ezekiel Elliott. I'm a big fan of Ezekiel Elliott. He's a top 5 running back in the league. Dallas sorely missed him last year when he was suspended. Perhaps cost him a playoff spot. The Denver Broncos drafting Bradley Chubb. I love Bradley Chubb. Denver I don't want to say they did the wrong thing by not drafting the quarterback, but they do need a quarterback for the long term, but Bradley Chubb's too good of a player to pass up on at that spot, and I think he's going to be a star in this league for years to come, and he's going to be learning under a great defensive player in Von Miller on that defensive line. The Detroit Lions drafting Ziggy Ansah. I think Ansah's a great player. Yeah, the Lions took a lot of crap after letting go of Ndamukong Suh and Nick Fairley, but Ansah's been a rock on the defensive line the last couple years. The Green Bay Packers drafting Devontae Adams. I really like Adams. He's emerged as one of the better receivers in the league. Well, yeah, you can credit Aaron Rodgers all you want, but he actually had some good stats while getting passes thrown by Aaron Rodgers as backups. But once Aaron Rodgers comes back this year, I expect Adams to have a monster year. This is easy. The Houston Texans drafting Deshaun Watson. Watson's a special, special player, and it really stinks that he got hurt last year. I think he's going to come back and be better than ever, and he's going to make the weapons around him better, such as DeAndre Hopkins. The Indianapolis Colts drafting Quentin Nelson. I think Nelson's going to be a rock on that offensive line for years to come. I think they did the right thing by keeping their pick and drafting Nelson, since Nelson fell to them instead of getting picked at a higher spot. Like, he could have gone 5th to Denver. Even the Giants could have took him at 2 if they wanted to. But I really like Nelson, and I think he's going to be a multi-time Pro Bowl offensive lineman unless he gets injured. The Jacksonville Jaguars hiring Tom Coughlin. I think that was a brilliant move by Jacksonville. He comes in there, and their fortunes change right away. That defense is just phenomenal. Doug Marrone's an excellent head coach. He could have been the coach of the Jets, but the Jets opted against it because the New York Daily News' Manish Mehta threw out a fake article with fake things about Marrone that spooked the Jets away. The Giants could have hired him instead of Ben McAdoo in 2016, but they chose to go with McAdoo because of the success Eli Manning had while McAdoo was an offensive coordinator. That was clearly a mistake. We'll see how Pat Shurmur does replacing McAdoo as the full-time head coach of the Giants. But Tom Coughlin's gone into Jacksonville and changed that franchise, and they're going to be a contender for the next couple years. Yeah, Blake Bortles isn't a great quarterback, but he just has to play well enough because that Jaguars defense is just special. And I think the Jaguars are going to be a pretty good team this upcoming season. The Kansas City Chiefs drafting Pat Mahomes. I was not a fan of this move at this time last year because Alex Smith was still around, and Alex Smith started for them most of the year. But now that they traded away Alex Smith, and they actually looked at Mahomes for a game last year and actually played pretty well, I think Mahomes is going to be a star, and I think the Chiefs are going to be a pretty solid team because of Mahomes, and I think he's going to make his teammates better around him. The Los Angeles Chargers drafting Melvin Gordon. I'm a big fan of Gordon. He was a steal at where the Chargers selected him in the draft, and he's been a horse for them running the ball. He's really extended Phillip Rivers' career, in my opinion, and I think he's going to be a good running back these next couple years in the league. The Los Angeles Rams hiring Sean McVay. I think McVay's done an outstanding job with the Rams. He was so deserving of the Coach of the Year last year. He was a huge reason why Jared Goff broke out last year. And he made Jared Goff look like a guy that deserved to be picked number 1 overall. I'm a big fan of Goff. He's only going to get better. McVay has a great defense, too. That team is a Super Bowl contender and will be a Super Bowl contender as long as they have talent there, and McVay continues to do a solid job. The Miami Dolphins drafting Minkah Fitzpatrick. I think that was a steal at where Fitzpatrick was selected. I think he could have gone perhaps as high as 6 or 5. But I'm a big fan of Minkah, and I think he's going to do a great job leading that defensive back in Miami. The Minnesota Vikings hiring Mike Zimmer. I think Mike Zimmer is an outstanding coach. The Vikings have been a solid team ever since he's walked in that door. He's made some subpar quarterbacks look pretty solid, and he's looked solid quarterbacks look really, really good. And I really think that he continues to have his players play hard, and he has a talented defense. I think Kirk Cousins is going to work out well there. I think Zimmer's outstanding, and he should be a coach in the NFL for a long time. The New England Patriots trading Brandon Cooks to maximize his value. I think that was a good move by the Patriots when they traded for him, and then they traded him away to get proper value back, to get some youth in there, and I really think that Cooks is going to do a good job in Los Angeles, but I really like that the Patriots used an asset to get themselves younger. The New Orleans Saints keeping Sean Payton around. Yes, there were rumors that Sean Payton wanted to leave and go over to the New York Giants after Tom Coughlin was let go. There's talks that he was going to leave the Saints and go there even this past year when Ben McAdoo was let go. There's rumors that the Dallas Cowboys wanted Sean Payton. But no, good thing New Orleans decided to keep Sean Payton around. They were one of the biggest surprises in the league last year as they won the NFC North and made it to the division round, but ultimately lost to the Vikings. But Sean Payton deserves to stay in New Orleans. He was a big part, along with their defensive coordinator, to help rebuild that defense with a lot of youth. And Drew Brees is still playing like he's in his prime. And keeping Payton around is a big, big, big deal in New Orleans. The New York Giants drafting Odell Beckham Jr. That was easy. Odell Beckham Jr. is arguably the best receiver in the National Football League. He's just a monster when he's healthy. The Giants, if he wasn't hurt last year, the Giants obviously wouldn't have been picking 2nd overall. They'd probably be picking, I don't know how the season would have gone, but they certainly wouldn't have gone 3-13. Maybe they'd go 6-10 or 7-9, maybe even 8-8. I don't know if they would have been a playoff team because the NFC is so good. But Beckham is such a big star, and he really had extended Eli Manning's career if he wasn't drafted. Who knows? Maybe Eli Manning isn't a Giant anymore. But he really is a big reason why Eli Manning looked rejuvenated those 2 years. Ben McAdoo was the offensive coordinator. But that said, the Giants have to extend Odell Beckham Jr. because he is a transcendent talent in this league. The New York Jets drafting Sam Darnold. I think Darnold's going to be a star. He should be starting at quarterback for them week 1 of this season. Not Teddy Bridgewater, not Josh McCown, Sam Darnold. You don't trade up from the 6th pick to the 3rd pick and Sam Darnold falls in your lap, so only not start Sam Darnold week 1. You got to start him week 1 if you're the Jets. I think this guy's going to be a star. The Oakland Raiders drafting Derek Carr. That was a monster steal for the Raiders. A huge reason why they're relevant again, along with the drafting of Khalil Mack. But it's very important to draft a franchise quarterback, and the Raiders have one with Derek Carr. And if he wasn't hurt last year, the Raiders certainly would have been in a better position last season. So it's going to be very interesting to see how Carr looks under John Gruden. This is easy. The Philadelphia Eagles drafting Carson Wentz. No doubt about it. They traded up for Carson Wentz, and it paid off. Wentz was a big part of what they did last year, even though he got hurt at the end of the year, and the Eagles still won the Super Bowl. Nick Foles deserves a lot of credit for that playoff run that the Eagles had. But getting to that point, Carson Wentz certainly deserves a ton of credit. He's going to be a star for years to come. He's going to be an MVP candidate for years to come. I expect him to come back off his ACL injury and be better than ever. The Pittsburgh Steelers drafting Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell proved to be the best player in the 2013 draft. The 2013 draft, a lot of teams missed on some players, but the Steelers did not in the later rounds by drafting Bell. He's a star. He's a great player. He can do it all. He can catch balls out of the backfield. He can receive some balls. He can go on some long runs. And the Steelers have to sign him to an extension for the same reasons why I mentioned extending Odell Beckham Jr. for the Giants. Another easy one, the San Francisco 49ers trading for Jimmy Garoppolo. That was a steal. All they gave up was a 2nd-round pick for Jimmy Garoppolo. But in fairness, nobody thought he was going to be this good. This guy's a star. He is the reason why the 49ers are on national TV 5 times this upcoming season. And I think the Niners could be one of the more improved teams in football this upcoming season, in large part due to Garoppolo and his presence. The Seattle Seahawks drafting Tyler Lockett. I think Lockett's one of the more underrated receivers in the league. He's fast, and he's somebody that Russell Wilson likes to throw to. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers drafting Jameis Winston. Yes, I get it. Winston's an animal off the field. He got suspended the first 3 games of the season due to an incident he had with an Uber driver. But I think Winston is going to be a star. And when he's healthy, he has shown star potential. He kind of reminds me of Cam Newton a little bit. And I actually do think that he is on his way to being a star. The Tennessee Titans drafting Marcus Mariota. Yeah, Marcus Mariota didn't have the greatest of seasons last year. But I expect him to be better with the new coach and some new players around him. So, expect a big year for Marcus Mariota. He's going to be a franchise quarterback as well as Winston. And they're still young. And I really like the direction of the Tennessee franchise. Last but not least, the Washington Redskins, the drafting of Brandon Sheriff. I think Sheriff's a great player, one of the better offensive linemen in the league. The Redskins got a steal where they picked him in the draft in 2015. And I think he's going to be around for a long time. And that's it for this segment, and that's it for today's podcast. I'll be back tomorrow recapping all the baseball games from tonight. Look ahead to tomorrow's slate of games. I'll talk about the NBA Summer League a little bit, any other NHL and NBA rumors that come around. I'll pick the FIFA games for tomorrow. Tomorrow begins the quarterfinals, so it should be interesting. And I hope you guys have a great day, everybody.